was that noise? The overnight spot was insane. I've never experienced anything like it. I think the cops are here. Gloves and...
Definitely had to be meth lab, right?
This week started and ended sketchy. We're Victoria and Craig, full-time RVers who took our RV up the Alaska Highway to spend the summer exploring Alaska and making epic memories. This week we got a little more than we bargained for with a sketchy overnight experience at a Cabela's in Anchorage. And even though our boondocking spot in Seward didn't quite go as planned,
the lens will 100% hit.
We had an amazing time on one of the most unique tours we've seen in Alaska.
And we ended this week with a hike that ends up being one of the most dangerous things I've done.
This is actually crazy.
We have gotten to enjoy over a week of absolutely gorgeous weather here in Vladez, Alaska. But as we're packing up this morning to leave, it's a little rainy and dreary, which is kind of what I expected to be seeing nearly the whole time. And the mosquitoes are out. The mosquitoes are out. Anyways, we've got quite a travel day or travel 2 days planned because we're leaving Vladez. We're heading to a Cabela's in Anchorage and then down onto Seward tomorrow, if all goes according to plan. Leland decided to come. Leland. Oh gosh. I think he heard you say, "Are you ready?" And he was like, "I'm ready. I'm ready."
Here, you got a potty?
We're definitely getting the rainforest vibes today. If you don't know, Vladez and this area is actually considered a rainforest, which is kind of crazy. And I know you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing us talk about Vladez, but we really liked it. But we're leaving now and we'll have some other things to talk about very soon. There are mountains out there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Can barely see in front of us though.
With some big old drop-offs.
Yep, just stay on the road.
Yep.
Look, you can't, there's like, I think that's where the lake is down there. You can't see anything.
I don't know. I do know for some reason here in this area, they like to put their guardrails where they are literally over the white line basically. So you have to kind of ride the middle of the road. It's not great.
Oh, great. Oh, look, we can see a mountain there. The fog has lifted a little bit. So we've turned back onto Highway 1, and I don't know if you can see these kind of like wavy lines in the white lines or the yellow lines on the road, but those are just all frost heaves. Definitely got some frost heaves heaving today on this road, and it's not bad until you get there when they're one right after the other.
Yeah, it gets you. The first one starts to bounce, and then it just like gets worse and worse every frost heave.
So we collected quite a few people behind us. I guess we were going too slow, just pulled over, let them pass. We're doing our best.
We had an RV pass us or whatever, and they had like a rack on the back of their RV that was carrying like some gas cans. And that thing looked like it was so ready to fall off. And they were just flying over these frost heaves. I don't understand. I do not get it. More power to them, I guess.
And we're going to try to use this overnight in Anchorage tonight as an opportunity to stock back up. We're going to try to hit Costco or Walmart or something to get more groceries, paper towels, stuff like that, because the prices at these grocery stores in these little towns like Vladez or Tok have definitely been a lot higher than we want to pay. So we're going to get what we can while we're in a big city. A little bumpy here.
A little bit. This is the worst we've seen it. I don't think we're making it to Costco tonight.
We're coming into Anchorage now. It's really starting to look like a big town, but we are going to be cutting it close. Costco closes at 6 p.m. because it's Sunday. We're supposed to arrive at Cabela's at 5:18 p.m. So if we can unhitch the RV and drive over there really quick because it's only 5 minutes away, we should be able to be there by 5:30. Craig is going to take me and Kaylin, and we're going to power shop our way through Costco as fast as we possibly can to get out of there by 6 p.m. Wish us luck.
It is very popular. These people got theirs.
Slide over.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna be able to open our side.
Hopefully our bedroom slide, we gotta be able to open that. Okay, we're back in the truck.
What are you doing? Victoria's trying to hit me in the face with the camera.
And I obviously wasn't seat belted. Maybe we should do it.
Oh no, that one's staying in. That's how we're doing it. Seat belts though. We're on our way to Costco, trying to get this trip done. Wow, we're gonna make it there by 5:30. 5:30, we have 30 minutes. I can't believe we just did that, but we just got out of there at 5:59.
Yes, we did it.
Somehow that also resulted in me buying way more stuff than Kaylin, but Craig and I should be not
You're
hungry.
good for the next
We're good
month.
for the next month.
Yeah.
I only spent $243 though.
That's not terrible.
Not terrible for all of that. Whew. We made it to the Cabela's with about 20 other RVs over here.
I don't know if we had a Cabela's or an RV park. I'm not sure.
I think this is one of the very few places in Anchorage that allows overnight parking. I've heard that the Walmarts are like not allowing overnight parking. Some of these people here look like they've been here longer than an overnight.
There's like 2 vehicles right over here that ain't even got wheels on them.
Yeah. It should work perfectly fine for the evening. I managed to fit all of that Costco stuff in the freezer and the fridge. We are stocked up now. We're stocked up.
Forever, I think.
Forever.
It's way too much.
And tomorrow we continue on towards Seward and hopefully find a good boondocking spot. It has been a little bit more difficult than we were anticipating. So
I'm a little worried about the mosquito situation though. I don't know. Whew. They were pretty terrible.
Yeah, we'll see. But for now, we're gonna settle in, chill out, see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It was not a good night though. This was the worst night of sleep we've ever had.
Since being in an RV, I think.
Yes.
Any RV, ever.
This overnight spot was insane. I've never experienced anything like it. The RV beside us was literally revving up his engine all night long. Like, I don't know, he was working on it or something, I guess.
I don't know what they were doing. There was like so many people coming, like just with different cars coming in and out from their RV specifically, which was sketchy. And we're just at a Cabela's, like
It's a
doing
Cabela's
overnight at a
parking lot.
Cabela's.
If you could think of every what not to do at an overnight parking lot, it was done last night.
What stinks though too is that this is just like mainly used for overnights. Like if you're staying at a Cabela's, it's an overnight thing, which also means you're probably trying to sleep so you can wake up the next day and drive however far you got to go. And so these guys just decided to keep everybody awake. So now everybody's gonna be driving tired all day today.
This morning, somebody told on them. It was almost us, but it wasn't actually us.
Oh, I was. I was gonna snitch.
Craig was gonna snitch.
I was waiting until we left though, so they didn't sabotage us, but.
Somebody snitched early and there was cop cars showed up, made a couple of people leave because clearly they had been here a while, like, I don't know, working on cars, I don't know.
Yeah.
We saw some sketchy stuff. I saw people walk out of an RV with gloves and...
Definitely had to be meth lab, right?
I don't know what was going on. There was something going on.
It was just because they were working on their vehicles. I don't know.
I don't know. But we're getting out of here. Yeah. We're getting out of here and we're heading towards Seward. It's kind of crazy. As soon as you leave Anchorage, you're driving down this road along the ocean with these towering cliffs, and it's gorgeous. So it's not long before you've left the city behind or back to pretty views. Now we've got a game plan for today with 2 options of boondocking spots. So our odds, I think, are looking good. 2 is better than 1, which is definitely better than none. Spot number 1 is close to Seward and it's on a river. View should be great, but we're not sure about accessibility for big rigs or the river levels. So we're not so sure on that one. The other one is 40 minutes north of Seward, so we're gonna drive right past it on the way, and it's basically a field and it should be fine for big rigs. But we would prefer the other ones. We're gonna try that first and use the other one as a backup. However, here's the one thing I'm concerned about. Other one thing, third thing, however many things. 4th of July is later this week.
Yeah.
So it could be totally packed out in this area. We're gonna see. And you're gonna see with us. You don't seem confident.
I hope there's not a bunch of mosquitoes.
Oh yes, that's Craig's other concern.
So we're getting close to what would be our backup boondocking spot, because it's before where we're wanting to go to. But we're going to check it out on our way. That way, just in case it's not a good spot, we'll figure something else out instead of driving all the way back here to go to it and it not be good.
Well, we just passed the boondocking spot. It didn't even look like there was a break in the woods, but there was a little road, but those trees were tight looking. Like, I don't know if we would have made it through without hitting some branches, and we don't want to do no branch hitting around here.
No.
It was called Moose Pass. It did look like it opened up once you got through the woods. So it's a potential spot near Seward, but we're keeping our fingers extra crossed that our first pick works out. Roads are a little rough coming down to Seward. It looks like they're doing construction, so maybe gonna be fixing it, and the construction might be why it's a little rough, but we got a bunch of like pavement breaks we're going over. We are approaching our turn. Hopefully we'll be able to see this one. This one should be a real road.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Herman Lyra Road.
All right, we've made it on Exit Glacier Road, and along this road, there may or may not be a spot for us to camp. We are about to be finding out soon. We've got Kaylin and Joseph in front of us. I guess they're gonna be making the decision on if
Is anybody behind you? We're taking it slow.
No.
Okay, looks like there's an entrance up here.
No, nobody behind us. Okay, yeah, at least this looks like a real road.
Sketchy.
Destination is on the left.
There is a pull out up here too on the left, supposedly.
That would be that spot we might be able to fit through, but it's kind of tight and Keelan's trying to knock us off the road here. I stepped on you. What did you guys think of that spot back there?
Craig doesn't think we'll be able to fit through those.
The limbs will 100% hit.
Oh, yeah, with the limbs will definitely hit the RV. Okay, we're pulling off in this pull-off here, which I guess technically we could camp at. I don't see any no camping signs. I don't know how busy this road gets, but I don't think we're gonna be camping on the river because it looks a little sketchy over there. What do you think?
I'm taking a nap.
Craig's taking a nap. Something that you probably don't know about us, but Craig needs his beauty sleep a lot more than I do. I can function on little bits of sleep.
Some of us can sleep through a earthquake.
I also can sleep pretty well through anything. And Craig is awake at the slightest noise, so last night's overnight with all of the noise and everything did him in, especially after the long drive day yesterday. So he's not angry at you guys, he's just tired. Tired. Okay, here comes Kaylin. What you guys think? You want to drive through the river to camp?
There is like water crossing the road to be able to even get on the river. I don't think that's doable at all.
So, we're gonna check out a trailhead down the way, and if not, maybe we'll just camp right here on the side of the road until they tell us to leave, whoever they is. I don't even know we don't know who they is here.
Technically stealth camping.
Stealth camping
Van
in
life.
Alaska. Okay, there's supposed to be another trailhead parking thing. Oh yes, I see a sign for parking right up here. We're gonna check that one out, see if it's bigger, less people, I don't know. And then make our decision from there. Go ahead.
This is the one that,
Yeah, and it's not bigger.
pretty sure it's smaller.
Yeah, I think it's smaller. Okay, we decided to head back to the first big pull-off and set up there at least for the night or two, see if we can find anything else. I don't know. I'm really beginning to feel like if you have a bigger rig, you could come to Alaska and you'll make it and it'll be fine, but you should definitely be planning to be staying in campgrounds and probably planning ahead with reservations for the campgrounds as well, because I don't know, I do know that especially around like 4th of July and stuff, that it's going to be booked up. But unless you're in like a small rig and moving every couple of days and just staying at these little roadside pullouts, I don't know where you can comfortably boondock really for a week or so at a time. It is right on the river. I just don't know how long you can really stay here before somebody, I don't know who, comes along and says, hey, you can't live on the side of the road.
So we made it to our spot that we're going to be at least for a night. Well, as long as we don't get kicked out, I guess, because that's always a possibility. But it's just a pull off. It's right next to the river. It's moving pretty good. But yeah, Victoria's going to go show you around.
Well, this is our spot, guys. We got our truck, the RV, roadside pull off, bushes, river, and traffic. And we got these YouTubers who parked beside us. I don't know who they are or what they're doing, but they're here too.
Trying to get all situated.
I like messing with them. The little path through the bushes does actually take you to a pretty cool spot right on the river where you could sit and probably fish if you had some fishing poles, or just hang out. It's a little chilly, so hopefully it'll warm up here soon. All right, we're making sandwiches this morning because we're going on an adventure out of Seward. We've been here on our side of the road little spot for a few days now, and it's been fine.
We waited till the coldest day to do an adventure, and cloudy. It's actually, so I anticipate it just being terrible, overcast, rainy weather the entire time, but it's really not been. We've been getting a lot of good sunny days here recently, and till today.
Much more than we expected, for sure. On one side of our RV, we have these beautiful views of a river, and on the other side, we have
A mountain, I guess, and a highway.
a highway.
Yeah, well, it's actually a road that dead ends, but it is a busy road. I don't know why. A lot of people just go down. Oh, well, there's a glacier at the end, so everybody's driving down to go see that. And it is 4th of July today. Yesterday was 4th of July. So happy 4th of July, even though this is way later now.
So we are going on a sailing adventure today.
But, which that is the main adventure today. However, we want to try and get into town early enough, which I don't know if we're gonna make it, to get like a little breakfast or something. So we gotta go.
Our little roadside pullout on Exit Glacier Road is just 10 minutes from downtown Seward, so it is a pretty convenient location if you're wanting to do stuff down in Seward.
Our excursion today is on a catamaran. I don't know what to really expect from the catamaran. Hopefully it's pretty cool. If you guys have been watching, you know, like we want a sailboat one day. One day, I don't know, so it's pretty cool to get to go do this. We're gonna go do some sea life viewing. I don't know what that really means, but hopefully we get to see a lot of sea life, otters and stuff like that. And then also we're going to go kayaking. Again, I don't know how that's supposed to go because it is cold and cloudy, and hopefully it doesn't rain because I do not want to be wet on a boat in the water.
I'll let you keep that.
we're going out into Resurrection Bay. It is so calm. There's barely any wind, so we're motoring out, and the wind usually comes from the south to the north, so we might get to sail back, but it is, our captain said it's the calmest that you've really ever seen it. You can't expect a calmer day than this. Hopefully we get to see some whales, but we'll definitely get to see some sea lions and puffins. All right, my Alaska dreams are complete. I got to see a sea otter. I don't know why sea otters are my favorite animals, but they are. Ever since I was a little kid, we would go to this museum in Tallahassee. My favorite animals were the sea otters, and now I got to see one just playing in the water. It was so cute. I can't stand it. Okay, I'm ready for more wildlife now.
This is this island here is Fox Island, which our captain was telling us about how the Russians used to have fox farms on it before the U.S. got all this territory. But it all just looks like a big thing out of Jurassic Park.
I really can't get over how many waterfalls there are here in Alaska, and this one might be one of the prettiest ones we've seen yet because it's going right into the ocean. This is so cool. We're like in a little cove. How cool.
So we're getting ready to go see some sea lions, which will be pretty fun. And then after that, we're going to put the kayaks in this little bay or cove area and go kayaking around. I'm hoping to get to explore like a little cave or something because the land all has like little caves all along like the edge of it. So it could be pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty close.
So here, what you're gonna do is step over, step, right there.
And then I just step in?
Step in. Here's your pouch.
Looky there.
I'm gonna...
Looky there. We're headed to the beach, or where you want to call it. I guess it's a beach. Yeah, I mean, it's an ocean, it's a beach, but it's all pebbles, not sand. You know, we're from Florida. Anyways, we're gonna explore and... Where's the water? Oh, the water is so clear. Here we are, kayaking in Alaska. And by we, I just mean Craig. I'm sitting back here recording, doing nothing.
Sounds about right.
I figured he was gonna say it if I didn't, so. The tide must come all the way up here.
Oh wow, yeah, just so.
So he brought us over to this little cove area to kayak. So it's much calmer over here. The water's nice and slick. There's not as much wind. So we got the kayaks out and are just out here exploring. There's like a beach area. I guess you can call it a beach. It's an Alaskan beach. There's no sand, just rocks, but.
Yeah, I think we head back to the marina after this, I believe is what's gonna happen. But we've already got to see some sea lions. What are the birds called?
The puffins.
The puffins.
They're so cute.
Got to see a bunch of them. Apparently there was a whale, like a baby humpback whale swimming around somewhere that we heard over the radio, but we didn't get to see it, unfortunately. But it's been a pretty good ride so far. He put the sails up on the catamaran for a little bit, and we just sailed around with them, which was pretty cool. That was, I think, our first time being on a sailboat that was sailing.
Yeah. So it's neat to see the wind in action. But it's just crazy to think we're standing out here on the beach in Alaska.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere. Like there is nothing. There's like a cabin that somebody built with solar over there on the beach.
Totally off grid, totally remote. I will admit, most of the places we've been in Alaska haven't felt that remote, but this feels remote, which is really cool.
Yeah, you just got to have a 2-hour boat ride to it, that's all.
And then you're somewhere remote.
All right, we're gonna go back to our kayaks, back to the boat, and then back to the marina.
I'm hungry.
To get some dinner. Here we go. Craig's gotta get us launched without getting wet. There we go. Nice. Nice. Good back there. Let's fill it up with wind. All right, we just got back. This is our group. Did everybody have fun? We did. So much fun. We had a great time. That was honestly such a cool way to see the wildlife in Resurrection Bay. There are a lot of tours out here that you can do, but Happy Puffins tours on the catamaran. I mean, we haven't done all the other ones, but it was really fun.
It's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the small, like, it was just 4 of us and then the captain, so it was pretty cool.
Very like personalized. It was up to what we wanted to do. If we wanted to, you know, go kayaking, see more wildlife, chase the whales.
And also with doing the smaller ones like this, like, they're flexible on the time. Like, it's not such a set thing. So his, like, whenever y'all want to head back, we'll head back. We could have stayed longer, we could have came shorter. If it was just miserable or somebody got extremely sick, we could have came back. So I don't know, it's definitely a good way to do it. 100% look into it if you come around here wanting to do tours, especially like wildlife tours and stuff like that. Happy Puffin is, it was really good. You'll enjoy it.
But now we're going to go eat dinner and let you know how the food in Seward stacks up.
It better be good. That's all I know, Alaska. You better not let us down now.
All right, new day. The food was okay, but the excursion was much better. Excursion was good though. But today, our last day here in this area, we're going on a hike with some friends, and I bet you guys cannot guess who that could possibly be. Come join us. Okay, so we're on the what are we on? The Harding Icefield Trail. We're gonna go up to some ice. It's like 8 to 9 miles long, and everybody has been sick lately, except for Craig.
Yeah.
Which means that,
I'm not one of you peasants.
you know, who knows if we're gonna make it. But we got almost 4,000 feet of elevation gain, so we'll see. Mid-hike update, I'm dying. How's Craig?
Sweaty.
Sweaty. How are you?
How's your back?
Good, it's loose.
Good.
How's Kaylin?
I'm doing good.
I'm the only one dying then. Peanut butter jelly.
Got my crampons on, and we're going to climb that.
This is just a shelter. It's not one of the public use cabins. No. Because there's usually like bunk beds. I think this is just like emergency. All right, we made it.
Hey, we're here.
We're at the ice field. Well, we're looking at the ice fields. We're above the ice fields. Craig would prefer to try to go fall in a crevasse on the ice fields.
I think you could slide down.
You slide down,
I think
all
you
right.
could start right here, slide to it, and then basically back to the car.
Basically. Anyways, that was a hard one.
It was very tough.
Well, I thought it was going to level out after the switchbacks, and it did not. So
My heart rate's only 104.
Oh, come on. Okay, whatever. I almost died, but it's fine. It's fine. I made it. Sick and all. Well, not really sick. We're over the sick, but you hear how I sound.
Yes.
I hear excuses. I hear some excuses.
This is why it was hard for all of us, and then Craig said, it was
because he's not
fine.
sick.
He wasn't sick last week.
It's all the way down.
Like, does the trail keep going?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are y'all doing it? I was gonna recommend not.
Oh.
Huh?
I'm fine with that.
It's pretty steep.
I thought you really wanted to or something.
Oh, I do. And I'm contemplating whether I go do it while if y'all are sitting at the top or not.
All right, so Kaleb and I are staying here at the top, the end of the trail, but apparently it's not actually the end of the trail. And Craig and
go, and you can see it on the peaks down there, but I'm not 100% sure if it goes all the way down. But if it gets like within 20 feet, I'm going there anyway. So I don't know. We're gonna find out.
So Craig and Joseph are going.
Please don't fall.
Don't fall in a crevasse.
The issue is coming back up's very steep.
Yes.
And we're gonna be so exhausted by the time we get back to you guys.
That's why I'm leaving the backpack behind.
we won't be exhausted.
No,
we're gonna be
just gonna
hanging out on a
rest
rock.
All right, the thing I want to hike to, but I don't think we'll be able to, is that hole over there.
There's a chance I go too.
It looks really cool.
I do think we should only go one at a time.
Yeah, we should not die together. We should die separately.
Yeah, so we can tell somebody.
Yep.
The other one died.
All right, first step on the ice field. Oh no!
Holy shit! My leg!
You all right?
Yeah, no, it's
all right, cool.
Literally just and my leg was like I wasn't folded in it. It was that deep all the way down.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can work my way down there.
So we decided to come all the way down, like we said at the top. We made it to the snow, and there's this giant. I don't know. Is that a crevasse? I don't know. I'm from Florida, guys. What do I know? However, there it is, though, and like I'm looking at it on the camera right now, and it's insanely small looking, but that is enormous, and it's kind of freaky. So we're not gonna walk to it all the way, but there's a where Joseph's going over there, there's like another little hill that kind of points just right into it, so we'll be able to get a good view of it. But we're gonna walk over there and see what it looks like inside. We are not going anywhere near it. I want to see down in it, but I don't think it's a good idea. All right, so we're going to test it to see if it's sturdy enough and strong enough to carry one of us over there. And I have the perfect way to do it. What you do is you look for a rock. This one. This is a good throwing rock. And then you take the rock. Where are you? And it didn't sink even almost.
So I think that'll work. You know, that's an accurate representation of a human body right there.
Yeah.
It sounds perfect.
Like our footsteps are now gonna be heavier than that.
Not at all.
So we're hiking to the top of this hill. That's up here. That should give us a good view. Our thing we set up is that we're gonna stay about a 5 foot distance apart in case one of us falls in.
If Craig falls, I can go back and tell the others.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes though. But
the hill was a lot taller than it looked when we were at the base of it.
yeah, this is definitely the craziest and sketchiest hike I probably have done. Oh, Mount Shasta was definitely.
That was crazy, but not sketchy.
Yeah, this is sketchy. Huh.
They seem to have stopped, so maybe they're just enjoying the ice field now.
So we basically have made it to the top.
It's a little bit crazy.
Oh, this is insane. I don't think I've done anything as crazy as this before. Well, on hikes.
Is the plan slide back down?
I think so.
The sliding is gonna want to push us that way. We gotta go back that way.
Yeah.
If for no other reason than I left my phone over there.
I think we go just on the other side of this little hill.
Work our way back.
Yeah.
What a view though.
What a view. Definitely top view I've had on top of a hike I've done.
It's the best view I've ever had from on top of an ice field.
Yeah, for sure.
Also the only view I've ever had from on top of an ice field, but
this is crazy. I'm glad I did it. Sometimes you do hikes and you're like, wasn't worth it by the end. This one's definitely worth the hike, I think.
I don't know if these are gonna be helpful on this. Okay, now I see why you did this instead of going.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's so
I was like, why
loose.
aren't you going up the center section? That makes sense. All right. Made it.
Nice.
That's how it was.
Tough, sketchy, scary.
Sketchy.
You should be proud of us.
Why?
Because we didn't do the sketchy thing that we both really wanted to do but knew better than to do. Like crawl up to the
I wanted to
edge
look
of that.
Were you gonna go to that cave?
So we went to the front of the cave. There's a
Oh.
dirt mound in front of it. So we stood and looked in.
But it's not quite good enough. Like the viewing of it still just, so we were really contemplating whether or not to go closer. I think Joseph's a little.
I'm so glad Joseph was with you.
I would have done it if we had ropes and harnesses.
Yeah.
If we had ropes and harnesses where one person could be back and the other person could crawl out and look in. But the problem is it was a valley.
Yeah.
And we could hear the water rushing down and under.
Inside the hole, like you could hear the
So
water.
We knew that to get to it, we were going over something that had water rushing under it. So
Also, to the right of it is another decent sized hole, not that big, but that's actually a whole lot bigger than you think. So the one next to it's decent size too, which also means that the water's running through there and hollowed. Who knows how much of it's hollowed out right there.
And we heard water falling
Yeah.
onto other water, so there's some sort of a lake or something in there.
Yeah.
That back face that you see is probably at least 50 feet tall.
It's crazy.
Like
It's crazy.
Like it's massive.
So you were down there in front of it?
Yeah, but there was like rock that we could stand
There
on
was
right
like
there.
there's a dirt pile that we walked over to instead.
All right, now it's mostly all downhill from here. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Joseph's sliding down. Is Craig gonna slide down?
I don't know. Damn, look. So great.
Not graceful.
Like, I think I can just slide down on my feet about as fast.
Okay, let's see it.
Like,
He said worth it.
my road problem.
Better hurry, because we gotta get out of people's way. Oh, there he goes. Come on. Standing slide. Well, that was quite a hike, but it was fun. We had
I'm
a good
hurting.
time. We're gonna be sore tomorrow.
I'm already sore.
This has been quite the adventure in Seward, and we head to Homer next. So hit that subscribe button, join us on our next adventure, and thank you guys for joining us this week.
Bye.